You know what I'm saying? I'm on my own show.
What to do? What to do?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Be Yourself, Keep It Real podcast. Y'all know the master, the man in charge right there, Mr. Hook Brown. And you all know me, the Ebony Queen, the woman knows what's going on. Tonight, we have our special guest here. We have Miss Lynn. Where you at, Miss Lynn?
I'm right here. How you
Okay, you
doing?
are. Cool, cool. We're good. We're good. And our other two gentlemen here, one's Bobby.
Got
I think I see
cave,
his ceiling.
cave toe. You got
I see
cave and
Mr.
toe.
K. How you doing, Mr. K?
Hey,
I see your ceiling, man. Where your face? You gonna show your face? You gonna show
Hey
everybody
man,
how
on
cute
the
you are?
podcast. I think
Oh, I see a head. Oh my god. Not the one I like to see, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Tonight. We are talking about the blame game. The blame game. Y'all know about the blame game. It's a game that narcissists love to play. But why? Why do people do that? Why do people point fingers at other people when they know that they're lying? So, we have our guests, and I guess Mr. Hook, you ready? So, what do
yeah.
you think? What do you think? Why do people play the big blame game?
Shit. What I could say is people play the blame game because that mean they doing some shit they ain't got no business doing. Sometimes like you could know a lot of people and people just be like they're just saying you sleeping with them, all kind of shit, but it really ain't that type of party. You know what I mean? You know people. You know what I mean? But they accuse you. You effing everybody. You
well,
doing this. You
well.
doing that.
Listen. If you don't put yourself in that position, they're gonna be blaming you. So when they come to you, you already know where the blame game comes from. Put yourself in that position, like you know what I mean. Because once you mess with one little person and it gets out on you, man, it ain't no blame game no more. It's the truth. Like, yeah, I mean, the blame game is a lie. That's the whole point about the blame game. That's a lie. Something they just thinking of in their head because they know they fucking up. That's vice versa, male or female. So I'm
Right.
not just talking on males. I'm just saying vice versa. Somebody fucking up, or somebody might have seen something they didn't like and holding that, then try to put shit together. So it's a lot come with the blame game, but at the end of the day, ain't nothing but the lie and the truth behind it though.
Right.
So it's on that person to take it how they want to take it, and do what they want to do with it about that situation. Cause it's easy to point a finger at somebody and get them locked up. It ain't only about sex and women. The blame game is a lot.
Right.
It's not only about women and men and sex and all. Nah, the blame game is with codependence and a lot of bullshit. So at the end of the day, you only got to lie and the truth about the blame
Right.
game. You just got the goddamn. It's two sides of every story. You got to goddamn hear both stories and where your options are. Cause you hear one story, that's the side you're gonna lean on.
Right.
It's kind of funny you would say that because I
But you
had
hear,
jury duty today, and that is really, really prevalent in the justice system. The
yeah,
pointing fingers, who's guilty or innocent,
That
right?
hmm is really, really
yeah. Cause you might have two people go kill somebody and they pointing fingers at each other.
Right.
Why we went and did this? Who was planning was to do that? You know what I mean? It might be this person playing, but this person might have killed them. Now he ain't meant to kill him. Now he pointing a finger at you because you got him in that situation. So the blame game is really tough out here, bro. At the end of the day, it's the lie and the truth.
right.
So That's how I look at the blame game. Until I hear the second side of the story from each, then I can weigh my options out there, who I believe on, who I
Right.
believe in, or whatever. I just can't say, yeah, I believe you. But some people you can say that. It's very few though. But some people you can say, yeah, I do believe you
Yeah.
at certain
Well,
extent.
and that's
You know what I
typically
mean?
because they have a history of,
Right,
basically
right.
telling it like it is.
If I know a
But
person that tell me everything straight up from the jump, I'm tired. I've been knowing this person for a long time. Somebody come to me or or that person come to me and be like, man, I'm gonna kind of believe him because everything you told these you told me was true. So that's why it's two sides of every story. Cause
right,
you could believe me up to greatness, and to this point. And at this point, everything go haywire because it ain't the truth.
right.
So the blame game kind of hard, man. That shit go on every aspect in the world, man. On every
But
aspect of what you're doing.
I think that when people do that, blaming you for everything, I think that they covering up some shit they got going on.
Well, you got it. Like I
Yeah.
said
First
again,
of
I'm gonna
all,
say,
can I say
I'm
something? Can I say something, caveman?
go ahead, baby girl.
And if we just being 100 and being real, first of all, you can never blame somebody or point fingers if that
Mm,
person has never done anything out of the ordinary.
that's
That's
what I'm
first.
saying.
If a
Right, right,
person show you who they are from the
right,
beginning and they
right,
start things off with lies, then all you can do is go off of what you know from them from the beginning. That's the same thing caveman was just saying.
right.
If I know a person for a long time and I understand and I know what they capable of doing, and then somebody come and tell me that this person has done that, then quite naturally I'm gonna believe that person done that.
Right.
Yeah.
It take a scientist
Now
to
it might be
understand that.
twisted. And another thing about that, it causes how many ears and mouths get to and get through.
Yeah, like telephone
So
game.
cause every story is not gonna be told the same.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you that now. And every story I'm gonna tell you, I done had stories where I really can't tell you because shit happens so fast. I can tell you what I can see and remember, but it probably ain't happen like that. You understand what I'm
Right,
saying? And that's the blame game. There are all that's be coming in the bag of the blame game. Like
right,
it might have been my fault. I might have didn't know it was my fault.
right.
So it's all a matter of
I
perspective.
might have thought I was doing something right.
Yeah, so it's basically all a matter
So
of perspective.
yeah. See, me personally, I'm gonna take my licking and keep it going. I know I'm wrong. I'm go. I'm not finna take and drag nobody else with me or whatever, whatever, whatever. See, that's just like once again I said with co-defendants, niggas pull other people in there, try to clear themselves, and fuck other people's names up, taking them through the mash and all dirty Mac. And I'm gonna bring that old word up, dirty Mac. You know what I mean?
Ah,
But
Nigga,
dirty
dirty
caveman,
Mac.
Mac
that's
your name.
because you take accountability for your part. A lot of
Yeah.
Right.
people are in
Yeah.
denial about their
When nigga
part.
when a
Their
nigga dirty
their
Mac your name these days, it's hard to it's hard to rejuvenate from when a nigga dirty Mac your name.
Hey,
Put it
Yeah.
all that
hey,
shit.
Once
Dirty
that
Mac.
once
they've
that
been
trust yeah,
they've
once
been
that
dirty macking my name for years now,
oh come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
I you know
I'm in a
I
position somebody wanted to
and
be
I
in,
don't give
booby.
a fuck. And I don't give a fuck though.
But
hey
but see,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
gonna
what we
break
hey
that
say?
down to you too, bro.
Haters are fans too.
Yeah, I'm gonna break that down to you too. You got people that want to be in a position you in, so they gonna hate. Damn, this nigga ain't got a job. I know this nigga had one job in his life. Well, how the fuck he getting all this and doing all that? You got dirty Mac, and me and you, I know this for a fact because me and you used to run together. So
Right,
I'm not bringing none of that up, but I'm just saying,
Well,
motherfuckers hate
and
on the
you're right.
position you in, bro.
right,
Like I said, haters
You
are
feel me?
fans too.
right,
And it's actually kind of beneficial if you really think about it because they're the ones that think that you're better than them.
right,
But see, they don't know a hater. Just like, all right, just say for instance, pod, you have haters from the projects or wherever else in the city you got this going on. Niggas
right,
jump on your shit, go to, oh this, that, blah, blah, blah. but they don't know. They boosting your
All the work that we
status.
put in to put this together, you know?
Cause that's what it's about these days. Dirty Mac and hey, Dirty Mac me all you want. You gonna boost my status up to get me out. You gonna make me more known.
Hey, we
Right.
want the engagement, please.
Right.
But you got people who will stop, who will try to cop block on you too. So
Yeah.
if they, you got, well, the blame game. So you in a relationship or any type of friendship or anything like that, and a person see you doing fairly well for yourself or however, and or they see that, people interested or people like you. A lot of times people don't
Well,
even
some
like
people
that people
just
like you. It don't have to be nothing, just
people point
because
the
people
finger at
don't
you to try to
like
get
that
out of
people
some
like
shit
you.
too.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course. Of course. Of
And
course.
and the thing
They'll
is
flip
that
the
you
script.
have
They 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 try to make it where it seems like you blaming me, so that means you did it or you're doing it. And that's not what that's what they now call gaslighting. But
yep,
in all actuality, because that person is doing what they're doing, and because now, okay, I see how you moving, so I'm gonna move the same way because I'm choosing to move the same way you're moving. Now it's, oh, you doing it, so I'm doing it. No, bruh, you was doing it first, and I just added on to what you were doing, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Because my thing is, the energy you give me, I'm gonna give it back to you.
give
You
it
ain't
back.
gonna like the way I'm giving it to you, because I'm gonna do it at 100%, because everything that I do is at 100%. Because guess what? I believe in the higher power. I believe in the energy. And guess what? If you give me 10, I'm gonna give you 100 of whatever you dish out to me, and
Yep,
like
yep.
it or leave it. And if you choose to stay, guess what? You're gonna stay and deal with that 100%, because it won't be the
But you
It's
same
know
just
the
gonna
bad
be
ever
part about
again.
that? The bad part about that, you know how many motherfuckers we got to run through to find that motherfucker that will be 100 or power out with you? Sometimes
You got,
if you ain't
listen,
smart,
a person who have never had 100 will never know they have 100. Okay,
no,
so if he's
no.
only been getting 10%, or
well.
she
The
only
other
been getting 10%, 20%, they'll never
That's
know
what
when
they
they
used
getting
to.
100.
Yeah.
But shit,
right,
what if the
and the
person
thing is,
ain't giving the
they
person the
don't
hundreds?
know.
They've been showing a person 5%, 10%.
Well,
If they
you
were gonna
should
give
be
100,
smart enough as a
If they're
human
smart, they would.
man or woman, you should have sent that woman or man dishing out to you. Like
right?
you should take effects
Well,
of,
well, and the other thing
because
is that
it be the littlest. But one thing now, I'm just gonna go on the relationship thing about this one. It could be the littlest thing make somebody happy. Ain't gotta be.
Right.
I ain't got to go buy no goddamn Rolexes, no and all that shit there. Buy no chains. Nah.
you buy me a
I, I,
Rolex.
I,
Right.
I could take you out. Listen,
But you
I
know
could
what
take you
though?
out and
The
show
thing
you a
is
nice
that
time and be a
yeah,
gentleman to you and blow your mind. You feel what I'm saying? And that goes on both ends. You got women that I don't know about now. I don't know about now. I know when I was coming up, I had women doing that. Like, "Hey, keep your
Burger
money in your
King with the
pocket.
lick, right? Burger King with the link, the
Keep
lick.
your money in your pocket. I got you. You feel me? So I don't know how it
I'd have
is.
had them. I'd have
All
had
these
them like
women
that
want to
too.
be boss
Oh,
I'd have
they
had
these
them like
days,
that
so
too.
it's kind of different.
they
Kind of
but
pretty.
you
different.
know, yeah, but you know what though? What the thing about the haters though, which I really don't understand, is that they can look at you and see the success that
Right.
you
Yeah.
have, but they don't understand how much work it took to get there. And so they try to copy you and kind of copy all the things that
Well,
you've done. And when they fail, then they start
Right.
hating on you
Right.
and blaming
well,
you, but
one
they
thing
don't
I learned
have
about
what it takes to get where you
one
are.
thing I learned about that was I ain't gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep. Oh, you a hater? You trying to do it? I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna push forward. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna smash the gas hard on your ass. I'm gonna make you hate till I goddamn.
And it's the thing, I mean, they
Hey,
I'm gonna
just
Big
make
don't
you
L.
hate
know.
till I accumulate. You
They
feel
don't,
me?
they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
The more I
My
accumulate,
shit
the more
was
you
my
gonna
shit
hate.
was
Yeah.
back in
So
the
I
day.
don't worry about that.
My shit was back in the day. Shit, when a bitch hate, man, they gonna but let them keep hating. I'm gonna go harder and harder. That shit that do don't make me go harder and harder,
Yeah.
Like,
harder and
The
harder.
more you hate,
it's like
hey,
50, that's what 50 Cent said.
Right.
that's my thing
If
was
they
the
hate,
more
let
you
them
hate,
hate.
the more I'm
Watch the money
accumulate.
pile up.
I'm not finna sit here and brain bust and let space run in my mind about you hating on me. Hell nah. Oh, I'm doing something the nigga don't like. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do it harder.
Right.
I'm gonna do it real harder. So you
That's
gonna
right.
hate.
Kill him with kindness.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that shit goes both
Kill him with
ways.
kindness and murder him with the truth.
Huh?
I said, kill him with kindness and murder him
Yeah.
with the
I
truth.
mean I ain't gotta say shit to you no more than a day in my life or never, cause I'm gonna still do what I do. You can copy me all you want to, but can you do it like I do it though? You can copy, you can imitate it, whether can you do it like I do it? Can you make it jump like
Right,
I jump?
exactly.
If you can't do that, fuck you. I ain't stunning you. That's just me, period. I ain't worrying
Oh,
about
let
no
me
haters,
write
cause
that
that
down.
shit ain't nothing but motive. Now back in the days, that was problems. A hater, I'm gonna go after his ass. Nah. I ain't going after no hater now. I'm gonna sit back and keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to turn it up a little more and make them
Right.
hate more. What he gonna do?
Well, it
Kill
said
you?
hating another person
He's
is
gonna
like
do two
drinking
things.
poison and expecting them
He
to
gonna
die.
do two things. You gonna try to compete, or you gonna goddamn get out the race. Cause if you can't compete, ain't no sense
There
of
you
trying to
go.
run with me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't in here for no competition, cause I'm in a race by myself. I got my
Hey,
own lane. I ain't got
Toe,
six
Yeah.
lanes. Yeah.
Toe, you remember how back in the day, right, when I had to pull up on the block, I'd have hurt them nigga head so hard, I'd have pull up in this rental this day, and then tomorrow I'll pull up in another one. Them niggas like, damn, I had them nigga head hurting, boy.
See that shit been going on, but it's the generations.
Right,
It's the generations. How the generation.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a different generation. They're the ones that are sitting there and pointing the fingers, saying that their failures because of you, but you know, so they're blaming you. But at the same time, we were raised in a whole different era, so we have that work tenacity. We have the hustle to do what we
right,
needed to do. You can't blame
right,
us for that.
That like my
We
our
tried to teach you. We
generation
tried to
was,
teach you that shit
hey, if
too.
we ain't got it by now, we ain't gonna get it in the streets. So goddamn,
If they ain't got it by now, you're right. If they ain't got it by
you
now, they
ain't
ain't gonna
gonna
get it.
get it. You ain't got it by now from a nigga my age. You ain't finna get it, bro. If you done
right,
did it,
I'm
if you
working on
done
it.
did that, if
I'm
you
working
done
on it.
listen, if you done did that, got your little money, it's not meant for everybody to listen. You got niggas get it, go to the feds and do 10 years, 15 years and get out. And like he never lost nothing.
right,
We don't you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of surpassing niggas that been out here ain't never get locked up for no 15 years. You know what I mean? It's not meant for everybody to have it.
right.
You might have touched it
True.
like me. I don't touch it. It wasn't meant for me to have it all my life like that. So
But
I accepted that and I rolled
Why you
on.
say
You
it
know what I
wasn't meant for
mean?
you to have it like that when you have other
Because
means?
I still would have
You
had it.
listen, but
No,
you
because I listen. What I'm telling you, well, I was still would have had it or the access to it and all that.
well,
A lot of
it,
access I
it's
had
called it's
died.
called money management. You didn't know anything about it. You didn't know about
No,
money
no, no, no,
Well, it's
no.
not
management.
even
I ain't know
just.
nothing
You
about
didn't
It's
money
not even
know
just.
management.
It's not even just
you
money. It's just like access to people that
Right,
can put you up.
let
right,
And
right,
sometimes they die. Sometimes they retire. Sometimes you get to a position where they're so far removed from you that you
but
can't touch
right.
if you at the time because I think about you
Everybody that's
know
watching, please share the live.
I look at my family for instance, and I know that everything my grandmother could teach me, about things, or my mother, taught me about things and how to obtain things, and what you learn, you can better help yourself go further. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What I'm saying to him, because he was a street dude, and I'm addressing Ebony with this. What I'm saying, Caveman was a street dude. But being a street dude, he didn't know about money management,
No.
meaning where to put his money so that
right.
it can
Right.
grow for him.
Right.
Because
See, we
that
didn't
would have
have
put
that
him in
learning
a
experience at
different,
that time.
but it would have put you at a different
Like we got
plateau.
now.
And
Like we
you
got
would have been able
bitcoins and
to.
stuff now.
No, no, no. But I'm
Like he
I'm
would
just
know.
talking
Like
about,
he would know.
but
he wouldn't know what the hell to do with it now if he won the lottery.
What I'm saying, no, he still wouldn't know what to do with it. Why? Because he has not. If he has not learned, if he has not learned,
Oh, I don't learn.
okay,
I
now he'll
see.
do things differently. But remember, you say you got niggas who go in the feds for 10 years, come out here and
Mm-hmm.
still be on top of their game while they in there. But what they did, they probably sat their ass down, saw where they was going wrong with the splurging and the spending or whatever, and while they inside, they they telling this person to do this, because now they sitting down and they getting the education and the knowledge that they need so that when they come back out here, they won't be on their ass.
Well, and you know the other thing about that, you have a really good
Not
point
that
because once they get in there, they really aren't trying to survive like they were on the outside. So they have that
I'm
time to
like
learn
what
all that
Phil
stuff.
said. It's not about rehabilitation no more. Cause the feds, you go out on the feds and you get out. You still be a top nigga if you can. Like if you want to be.
And
Now you go to
also,
state prison. Listen, you go to state prison. For some reason, I don't know. Well, you ain't got shit when you get out. I swear to God.
Oh,
You
that's
feel
because
me?
it's
no,
Florida.
I
That's because it's
well, I'm
Florida.
and not only
Yeah,
that,
that's
I'm gonna
just in
say
Florida.
this.
And I'm gonna say this to say I said this to say this. And I'm gonna let y'all talk. You got niggas here. I promise you. Go to jail. Go to prison here in Georgia. Them niggas got more money, get more money than they were getting on the streets. So I wonder how y'all make sense to me. Like how you get more money in
Listen,
jail than
don't
in the streets.
don't wonder
That's
because
one
it's
thing I
a
don't
lot of
understand. I mean, your hustle don't stop,
it's a
but you ain't
listen.
just try to
That's the
you
thing.
feel
They
me?
have a
So
lot of they have
the
a lot of
feds got more
access to
opportunities.
things.
Yeah, cause you around people. The one thing about the
It
feds, you
it
around people from different states, different atmospheres. See, the state, you just around people within that state. You feel me? The feds, you
well,
got
and the
niggas
other
that been locked, that done got locked up for having 100 keys and still got outlets. But I can't move. Hey, bro, when you get out, let me
yeah,
move this
and
shit.
yeah,
So
it
that's
really
how that
depends
shit
on
go.
where you're at. Yeah, the state.
You
But you
feel
know,
me? That's
Lynn, you actually really had a good point there. A lot of them they have the time to learn that money management skills so that when they do get out, if they still have a little bit left, they know what to do with it.
yeah, cause
And not
and the
only that,
feds,
they and not only that, a lot of times men don't even realize that
but you
women
got
play a
in the
very
feds, say this, you
intricate
got
part
different
in their
pieces in the
lives.
feds. Got lawyers, doctors, everybody else in the
That's
feds.
very
State,
true.
really, you only
Caveman.
got
You
criminals.
okay? Hey, you
Yeah.
okay? She
Caveman.
was talking,
Give me
honey.
1 second.
Oh, I'm
Let her
sorry,
talk,
baby
sweetheart.
girl.
Give me, but
I'm sorry.
men don't understand how big of a part that women play in their lives. Like, and I'm not being because
Oh, they
I'm a
play a big
woman,
part.
but I'm saying this because it's a true proven fact that you
Right.
have. So if you get a woman that's educated, and not to say that women that's educated don't mess with men that's in jail or been to jail, because there's a lot of good people that have gone to jail or prison or whatever for that matters. But what I'm saying is these people that may be incarcerated or whatever, when they if they meet up with the right person, the right woman, or attach themselves to the right player, they will learn so much about that
Yeah.
person, or that
You could teach
person will
that
be
person, they could teach you.
working for them on the outside, so when they do come home, that they have something to come home to. So it's not just about people,
Well, all that
you
being
know.
said, that's not burning your bridges. That's called not
Right.
burning your bridges.
That's true. And a lot of people do burn their bridges.
Cause when you burn your bridges, you find yourself behind them walls and gates and goddamn bars. Well, you gonna need somebody. So when you burn your bridge and you find yourself in that bitch lonely, nobody ain't mess with you or fucking with you. That's you. That's on your part. You did something wrong.
Yeah.
Until you don't realize you like, man, I did it, but you did something wrong down the line, bro. Like them
Well,
people ain't
and
fucking
at
with
the
you
end of
like
the
that.
and at the end of the day, believe it or not, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going to have to fend for yourself, but it is
Yeah,
helpful to have a team, even if it's just one other person to help you
Mhm.
shoulder that burden. So
yeah.
yeah, don't. I mean, unless you went to prison, burnt the bridges burnt, and you went to prison, you kind of screwed in that department. But for the most
Yeah.
part, it is really good to have somebody on the outside that has your back.
And
Sometimes
you can't go in it with a negative thought too. Like you
nah.
gotta be positive. Okay, yeah, this happened, but at the same time, let me make way of what I'm
Oh yeah,
huh.
I had a friend of mine go
Yeah,
to prison for 7 years,
yeah.
and he's always wanted to be an auto mechanic. So when he was there, he actually was tutored, and he actually got his ASC certification
You know
while he
why?
was in prison.
Hmm.
Because he had time to sit down and think about what he really wanted to do. See, we out in these
Oh,
streets.
oh,
You could
he's
say,
always wanted to do that.
you could say, yeah, but see, he didn't have time to sit down.
Well, right, yeah, because he was too
See,
busy surviving.
right. When you out here trying to survive, you ain't got time to sit down. You want to do this, but
Yeah,
you trying to get there, but you can't. You feel me? Because you might be getting out of the illegal way. It ain't meant for everybody to have a legal business.
yeah.
So it,
Well,
it
and
you
it's just
know,
like me. It's just like me, for example. I've always wanted to go back to school, but I was so busy trying to survive and take care of me and take care of my kids that I really hadn't had the time or the mental capacity to do it. Now that I'm not in that position of survival, I've gone back to school. So yeah, I mean that's a really good point,
you
is
know why?
that a lot of the times we're just trying to survive. We can't even really think about all that extra stuff.
You know why you going back to school? Because you're comfortable now.
Say
Because
that
you're
again.
real comfortable and you feel. I say the reason why you really going back to school too. All right, you done did what you did. You did your mom duties and family duties. You comfortable now where you can look into yourself without being locked up.
Right.
You know
Right,
what I mean?
right. And
Without
that's
being locked
exactly
up.
it. I have a
So you
job
comfortable.
that
So
I'm succeeding at, and I'm comfortable with, and I love my job. And it offers me the versatility to be able to go to school, given that my children are actually living with my ex-husband. So I don't have that day to day to deal with either.
right, 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 right. So
So a lot of the times back in the 80s and 90s, I was a teenager in the 80s. Um, that's pretty much all we were doing, was trying to
oh
survive those
wait, a
times.
teenager in the '80s.
Yeah, I was a teenager in the 80s.
Oh.
I get that all the time. I'm
Nah,
fit. I'm
I ain't
50.
saying nothing. I'm just
I'm
look.
54. I'm 54.
Oh shit. Okay.
Last 87.
Damn.
Yes, I
Wow.
graduated in 87. So I get that a lot. Sorry. If you saw my mom, you would know, because like my mom is 77 and everybody still thinks she's in her 50s, and I'm jealous. But I
And you
tell her, it's
like
like,
you my
hey.
age. You like you my age, and you 10 years older than me. So
Yeah, and I have younger children than probably everybody on this podcast.
oh,
You
Yeah,
say
but
that
my
again,
older,
Ebony?
I said I probably have the youngest children than everybody in this podcast.
No, I have a
no, I do.
3-year-old.
Oh
Oh,
no,
that's
she
right.
do.
I forgot you did say you had a 3-year-old.
Oh
Yeah,
well, yeah, she do.
I have a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Well, I'm behind you. I got a 11-year old. I'm still
And that's the
young.
thing,
I'm still young.
we're but the interesting thing is that even though we're like literally producing Gen Z right now, they're gonna have a different experience
Oh, I
than
gotta go
parents
charge my
that
phone, man.
have
My phone finna die. Y'all got
with the
10 more minutes with me.
they're going to have a different experience than the people who have had Gen Z and they're in their 20s and 30s now, because we've had a different experience being raised. So a lot of the things that we learned while we were being raised by our parents, we're going to translate that to our Gen Z children, who are not going to be like the general population Gen Z children who are born of people who are, 20 and 30s right now. So hopefully, in that respect, they will actually know how to deal with their money and be and not go to prison to have the time to learn all that stuff.
And I kind of think these kids, they're a little smarter than us because they got more technology.
They
All
have
right,
more
a lot of stuff
resources.
we don't, we have to
Absolutely.
learn off.
Yeah,
So
you're absolutely right.
I think
They do have a lot of resources.
they're gonna
But
be smart. They smarter than what it was handling
but here's
money and you see. Let
but
me
here's
tell
the
y'all
thing
this.
about
You see,
that though.
it ain't no dope dealers out there no more like that.
That's
That's,
It's not
because
dope. It ain't no
that game
oh,
more
over.
dope
well,
dealers
yes
out
on
there no
three,
more.
y'all. Oh, yes on three, by the way. But the thing is though, they can have all the technology in the world, but if they don't have that innate curiosity to learn about something, they're not going to use it.
Nope.
And the only people that can actually foster that curiosity is parents. I mean, for the most part, there are
The
parents out there
parents.
that charge for the chores. Like, if you're going to do a chore, you get X amount of dollars. Or, I used a reward system for my children where they did what they're supposed to do. They get special things. Um, that is actually an excellent way to try and get them to learn about money management at an early age without having to deal with actual money.
Ah,
It ain't really
right.
that.
So,
It ain't really that. If a
And
nigga really was a boss before he went in and handling his business, put money up, got business, big business going on, and when he go do a little time, he come back, he still got his shit going on. That's if he
well,
got
it
a
don't.
strong.
But we
That's
were
if he
talking
got a
about it depends on
strong.
where he went.
Yeah, but if he got a strong woman behind him who ain't gonna spend all the money up, fuck up the money,
every black
then
man need a
he got
strong woman
somebody
behind him.
he got something good. Now if he got a woman that gonna blow that shit, then he out of gas. He come home, he
I'm
gonna
gonna
come
tell
on
y'all
zero.
something. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna put my phone on the charger. I gotta go in the room right quick. I'm gonna tell y'all this. You know what the most dangerous thing in the world is? A black man with a library card, and that he use it. A black man who
And
uses
using it and
library
him
card,
using
he
it.
is real dangerous. With a strong woman behind him, that motherfucker dangerous, boy. Ain't nobody
It's
could
just like
top
that
him.
meme I put up.
But
Because the thing is
crackers,
that the
if
only
he
thing they
fuck
can't
up
take you
one,
away.
look at P Diddy. He fuck up one little mistake. Look at R. Kelly.
No,
One little mistake, they gonna have you.
No, P
I
Diddy
I don't
did
want
way more. P Diddy did way more
I don't want to
than
talk
just one
about
mistake. Trust in
P
that.
Diddy. I don't want to talk about P Diddy. I don't
Did
want to
y'all
talk about that
see?
topic.
Did y'all see the interview with was it Trick Daddy? No, it wasn't Trick Daddy. It was yeah, it was Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy was talking about P Diddy and why he went down the way he did. I posted it in the group. That's what it was.
The
I
nigga
posted it
just
in the group.
like Boongie. That's straight up.
But
That's what it is.
but the thing is though, he's not gonna go down completely. He's gonna probably go to prison. He'll probably be, hanging out there with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby ain't in jail no more.
Yeah,
Bill out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot he got out. See y'all
yeah.
see how much I watch TV? I don't.
Bill got too much money. Bill snuck out the
But
door, and nobody even know Bill was getting out. He came without when anybody know he was getting out.
Yeah, because
you
everybody
think R.
was
Kelly
against
bailed
him
him out?
anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody was
and
against him anyway. So why would he let them know that he was out when all they gonna do is make a mockery of him? It doesn't make
well,
sense. I think
and the
I
and the money got the man got more money than he can spend in the rest of his life anyway. So it's really not. He doesn't even have to do anything anymore.
exactly like he ain't gotta be in the limelight. He ain't gotta do nothing. He could just sit back and chill, get old, and when he die, he leave all his stuff to his family, wife
That's
and
exactly what he's
children and
gonna do.
whoever else. Yeah.
And that's the other thing.
Like,
It's
but he don't
like,
have to be bothered with the ways of the world. I mean, he could do everything from the background if that's what he want to do, because he's a very talented man, and that's
oh
what
yeah,
they said. They do everything. Let me tell you something, and this is one thing that I have realized, and I you could quote me if I'm wrong, whatever, but I just feel like they they send they purposely send people when they feel like you have gotten too big, when they feel like you have gotten too big, they start sending or people or entities your way. You know what I mean?
That and that's exactly what Trick Daddy was saying.
Yeah. And
That
what they try
when
to do
people
is
put you
keep
up there,
they
you
they
can't bite the
put
hand that feeds you.
yeah,
Sorry.
they try to put their feet on your neck to keep you at a certain plateau. You're not gonna go past whatever line they don't want you to come, because that's just how they got things. Well, that's how they try to keep things. But as you see, and as we keep living, black people keep growing, and they getting smarter, and they getting more wiser, and they, and they really are trying not to not leave anybody behind. But some people you gonna leave behind because of the mindset. And if
Yeah.
people don't change their mindset, then they're not going to be able to go to the next level or the next plateau. And that's just how it is. Knowledge is everything. I don't care what nobody say. Besides the universe, the God that we serve, knowledge is next to that. Because if you ain't got that,
That's all good. I
obtain
made.
wisdom. And if
You
you
take
don't
some of it.
obtain wisdom, you
Hmm?
can't
You take some
obtain
of it.
wealth.
Oh, you ain't eating
But
none of
you
that?
have
A little
you
bit.
have to have it. Can y'all mute your phone?
Mine of them still sitting there?
No.
Mute your phone, Kay, and
Okay.
we'll talk.
Hello.
But that's just that. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, honestly, if you look at everything, it's a strategy, and they've always used it. They've been using it for a long time. And I know everybody talk about all this other stuff going on in Hollywood, and that shit been going on for a long time. I even told a guy at my job. I asked him. I said, "Have you ever watched 3 millimeters with Nicolas Cage?" He say no. I say, watch that movie and come back and we can talk. Because people been doing they've been doing this same shit for the longest time. The Caucasian people, they've been doing it for the longest time. Now they got black people doing it because that's who was basically in Hollywood. So they say, hey, come here, bro. If you do this, is trying to be down, and then they fall for the okie doke, and now look, they done got too big, bigger than the people that put them on. Times now they want to bring you back down because you can't get bigger than them. There's no way. Had no other person Playboy Mansion. Nobody else. No, I don't care who you. Nobody else has done what that man has done. Nobody. I don't know nobody. I ain't heard of nobody has done what he has done. He done died, gone to heaven, and nobody still hasn't done it.
Well, I'm not sure he went to heaven, but sure.
Heaven, hell, wherever. Hey, we can't call it, but wherever he went, he going to be with whoever he going to be with. But what I'm saying is, nobody else has done that.
Yep,
Guess
yep.
what?
He built a
He
whole
has
empire behind
and
that.
a whole empire
Whole
behind the
freaking
same
empire.
shit that Bill Cosby done went to jail for. He did it on whatever for. All
Well,
same
you can't say R.
exact shit.
Kelly. You can't say R. Kelly because R. Kelly was an underage kids. He didn't have no underage people in there.
Yeah, he did different. R. Kelly did do
Yeah, R.
different.
Kelly
He
was
did
like a whole
different.
other.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, you know, I mean, they black people didn't start that shit. You know,
Yeah. We did.
color
Oh
people
no.
haven't started that shit. But at the end of the day, they just as wrong. They just as wrong, and and they have to be held accountable for what they do. And all uh everybody who was involved, they have to take account. They should want to do the most honorable thing, which is take accountability for their part. You understand? If you saw it going on and you didn't try to do anything about it, hey, say that. You know, did not know.
My thing,
Say that too.
I got one problem with that situation. People that's coming out now, why y'all ain't been saying nothing? Like a lot of celebrities, why y'all ain't been saying nothing? Like that's my whole thing about that incident. Like why me as a man, nigga try me, I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna put you on blast. You ain't finna try me, bro. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You just not finna manipulate me to do something that I don't want to do. That I'm not. I don't deal with. No, I'm gonna
Right,
beat
Yeah.
your ass
right.
and I'm gonna put you on blast. So all these niggas coming out talk about this and that, they were just as guilty as he is. So I don't want to hear all that shit about these niggas. Oh yeah, that's why I ain't go to the party. Why you ain't been saying nothing to say somebody else?
Yeah.
These shit
Somebody's
just
sister,
yeah.
brother. You
That was
know,
just like R.
everybody don't
Kelly.
know how to fight.
That was
Everybody
like
don't
R.
come
Kelly
from the
entanglement.
gutter.
You
Try
had
to be
people,
fighting all the time.
you had the mamas and daddies them selling the kids to them people, man. And this is
Yeah.
going on right now today. You feel me? Oh, he got money, girl. Shut up. Going on, be on me. You all right. Girl ain't number 16 years old. Don't really know what she getting herself into. All thing she sees a couple of $100 bills and boom, push to the side or whatever. Whenever he get ready to call you, that's when you feel me. He probably in your town or whatever. I don't fault them people, but I fault the moms, the dads, and whoever else ain't say nothing else about that shit from the go.
Honestly, because why, like, and I'm just speaking on the R. Kelly situation right now. First of all, why would I give my, but Usher even said his mom did it. His mom and dad did it. Oh, he went
Yeah,
and lived with Puff Daddy for how long?
Aaliyah mom
And
did it. Her uncle was
yeah,
behind
like
it.
they did
You
Oh
it
yeah,
know,
because
Leah.
yeah, she
and
was
I
15
think
years old.
that's wrong. Like I wouldn't send my daughter to go be or
Hell
live with
no.
no man, no grown ass man. I don't give a fuck what he talking about. You understand?
Hell no. I
You
can take
can't
care of you.
you can't do it exactly. But see, people get ahead of themselves and they start talking about the money. Oh, the money, the money, the money. That's the love of money is the root of all evil.
But you
If
know
you
why it's
love it,
coming
you
out?
will do whatever, and you
You,
will sell your kids and do all kind of shit for it.
you know why it's coming out now these days? It's so easy for everybody to get some money. They just get to it and put the effort to get it. And it ain't really hard to get it. So now, oh, I can put you on blast and get money. So all this shit just a trick and a fucking trade. To
What
be
they
honest,
Pretty
call
much.
that? What they
the
call
gift of
that?
gavel,
That's called no. That's called um when they say that they oh
manipulation.
in order you oh you don't do no if you don't do this so what extortion
Extortion.
whatever
Yeah,
Yeah.
extortion yeah they that's what they call it
You do
that's
this.
extortion
but at the
if
time, but you
you
know what?
don't
You,
At the time when they first started doing it, it wasn't extortion. Then it was just a payday, and then the
and
paydays might have slowed up.
no it always been extortion and that's what people y'all better stop going for the hype words is words
Yeah, once you pay a person
beforehand
anything to keep their
extortion is
mouth closed, it's
extortion.
extortion. Right. But once
yep.
you slow that
Because
payday up, it gonna come out.
mhm,
I don't
Been
know.
extorted
pretty
before.
much. It's
When I was
yeah,
young,
it's blackmail, not
if I
extortion.
was listen, and me
Blackmail.
personally, if I had that type of money, I don't think I'd have been caught up in that shit. 'Cause I was like older women back when I was young, so I don't think I'd have been caught up in that type of shit.
Yeah, that's actually blackmail. When somebody's paying you to shut up,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's
you
that's
threaten
another
them and
whole.
say, hey, you need to pay me X amount of dollars, or I'll tell everybody you're bald under that hat.
Yeah, you gonna put your balls in the sack.
String them up on a flagpole, baby.
Yeah, man, it's two. Like I said, it's two sides to every story. I said that. I think I said that earlier or yesterday.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
it's two sides to every story. It's just like I said, it's who to believe and who not to believe. Who can you trust? If you know this person real church worthy, I'm gonna believe that person. So I see something different.
yeah. And nine
No,
times out of 10, there's probably like 5 or 6 other people that feel the same way.
yeah, yeah,
And so they pretty much have a tribe at that point.
Right,
It's like, look, I know this person is truthful. I know this person's honest. He has never screwed me over. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
right.
and it be
And you
like
got
that
like
with
five
certain
other people
people.
say the same thing. Yeah.
It be like that with certain people. Like, nah, I don't know what you're because he never
But
showed
that's
that
your
side.
reputation.
You
Yes.
know.
Yes. The reputation. That's exactly right, Miss Lynn. And the other
Mm-hmm.
thing,
I'm gonna
and
tell you.
that's and one of the things that you would have to really, really teach your kids. It's like, look, You can tell me anything. I will wait before I lose my mind. And that way, they have a tendency to stay honest with you, despite whatever bad thing they have to tell you.
Mhm.
Um, but as long as they're truthful with everything that they're doing, people will respect that, and people will know, like, hey, you can go to that person if you have
They
something to
gonna
ask
honor
because they'll
that.
tell you the truth. They're gonna honor that. But it starts early. It starts
They
Yeah,
real,
do.
real
it
early.
definitely does. And let me tell you, if you don't teach them early, when they get older, they're gonna be that same person, just older. I don't
Right,
care what nobody
right.
say.
You are
Yeah.
not. You're absolutely
I
correct.
don't
And
care what
actually,
nobody
I
say.
was I was actually a consummate liar as a child.
Do y'all
Um,
do y'all listen to Suge Knight?
I know a
Yeah.
Um,
constant liar too.
do y'all listen to Suge Knight podcast?
No.
no.
You gotta listen to it. Suge Knight say some real shit on there. He said
What?
something on there that he say that Michael Jackson, Mama and them, and they made him put him around all the big people, but they was doing things to him, grooming him, and then he said he don't blame Michael Jackson for what he did, right? Because
Michael
he did what was taught to do.
He
You get what I'm
mimicked him.
saying?
Michael Jack, yeah, sort of, kind of. But
So
see, the
I,
thing about Michael Jackson though is the only reason that he did a lot of the things as far as like with the kids and stuff is concerned is because he was completely robbed of his childhood,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
it was autism, and he wanted to play, and he had enough money to do it. And
Yeah.
people were
yeah,
jealous of that. People were jealous of that. People were like, "How does he get to do these things and I can't?" Well, yeah, he's got
He never
billions.
had a
He's got
childhood.
billions with a B. So he's reliving a
hmm
childhood he never had.
Right.
yeah,
I would do that too
yeah.
if I
Because
had
he
his
was
money.
working. He was working from since he was a little boy. He was
And that's
Yep.
the other
working, and
thing.
it's a
That's actually
lot of
how he
work.
died.
It's it's a lot of hard work that goes into being a
Yeah,
child actor or performer.
I'm gonna tell
And
y'all this too.
that's actually how he died.
It happening these days right now, but in a different form. It happening in sports now.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
It
Yeah,
yeah.
happening in sports
They're
these
doing it in
days
sports
now.
now.
It ain't in
yeah.
music and whatever. It's in sports. These
They
motherfuckers.
actually, and what's interesting, if I remember correctly, I think wasn't LeBron James the last
Yeah.
teenager that they accepted in the NBA
He'll
from
be the
straight from high
last. It won't
school?
be no more.
Yeah,
It
okay.
won't be no
Because I
more
remember
unless
him
they
and
open
Kobe.
that
Him
Well,
and
back up.
Kobe were the only two that I know. Was there
well,
Well,
anybody
if
else?
no, it's a lot of more of
well,
them came straight out
in
of high school.
football, in football, there. Well, I don't know if they. Well, I know they are starting to pay the college ball players
Yeah.
I hope
while in
so.
college.
I hope
They're
so.
starting,
No, they
but
That's
is
good.
paying them.
They
yeah,
needed to do that
they start, yeah, and
If you're a
because these football
5-star
players.
recruitment, you getting paid. If you a
Well, and see,
five
my
four
my
star, hell, Booby got a cousin. His little cousin a 5-star. He getting paid.
my
yeah. He getting
my
paid. UM,
my
yeah.
cousin
He
used
with UM.
to.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
my
He
my
getting paid.
cousin used to play for Auburn. He came out with Cadillac Williams and Cam Newton.
Oh shit.
Um,
Shit, I should have went. I should have went
23.
hard. I could have been a pro swimmer. I should have kept going when I was in high school.
I could have been a
now.
professional softball player, but I
I
joined the
started
band
to say
instead.
something, but I just keep my mouth closed.
Oh, come on,
Booby,
Lynn. You know
Booby,
something we
what
don't.
fucking swimming team you was on?
Edison.
I was gonna say
Child.
that's what I
I was
said.
on
You know
Edison.
something we don't.
I was on Edison. I'm gonna get the old yearbook. I'm gonna order it right, and you're gonna see us. It was me, Chuck, and some more. Joey. It was a lot of us on there.
You don't have a yearbook.
There's a lot of us on there.
Shame on you. I
I was
have
on the
my high
swim
school
team.
yearbook.
Well, I can
I
swim
don't got
good.
none neither. My
I
cousin
had to buy
got
my
one.
own shit. I had to
And
buy
you
my own
know,
shit.
Dimple say she didn't see me in a yearbook. Y'all told her you crazy as hell. I'm in them pictures, girl.
Where in
You
school?
all, you probably all over the
Hell
place,
yeah.
huh?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I told
But
you I
yeah,
ain't
I
skipped
mean,
school to 10th grade, so
Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all a question, right? So we're um okay. So do you blame your parents, or would you blame your parents for like you not either completing high school or continuing your education?
No,
beyond whatever grade or level that you stopped?
no,
I mean, we
I
talking about blame, so that's why
l-
I asked.
let's
no.
put
I
it this
don't.
way: for me,
Me either.
I don't. I do blame my mom.
Hmm.
However, and there's a
Hmm.
caveat to it.
Okay.
Um, you can only
You
teach, or
leave it.
you can only go with
le-
whatever information you have.
Leave the
See,
horse with water.
when I was diagnosed with ADHD, I was 12. I didn't
Hmm.
find out about it until I was 30.
Hmm.
So from the time I started college, and a matter of fact, I just came out of this stupid process. I
Hmm.
started back to college in October of last year. Okay.
Hmm.
Got the financial aid. Okay. But
Hmm.
the Department of Education would not release my financial aid until they figured out why I flunked out of college 30 years ago.
Hmm.
And the answer was untreated, I was diagnosed, but I didn't know. So I wasn't
Hmm.
treating my ADHD. So there are
What?
some
Okay.
classes that I was absolutely enamored with. I went to every day. I aced the classes, no big deal. There are some classes where I either withdrew early or never went to, like the fall term of 1990, 89. Fall term of 89. I had four classes. Two classes I
89?
aced. Yeah, 89. I was 19. I had two classes that I withdrew from, and two classes I got F's in. And they weren't going to finance me until they figured out why I was fucking out. And keep in mind, I had a 2-year scholarship then.
But can I say
So
one thing? Oh, go ahead.
if I had known that I had ADHD, even if my mom, because she found out, she didn't want to get me medicated because the only thing they had at the time was Ritalin, and they were over medicating the kids. And the only reason I know that now is because I'm a pharmacy technician and we had to learn that shit. So, but there's other, treatments. You don't necessarily have to use Ritalin. You can go to a counselor. You can do all of, but I didn't get any of that stuff. So I
Hmm.
had no idea that I had a disability that had a really, really detrimental effect
Well, it
on my
probably wasn't your
education.
mom's fault. It was on the
Hmm.
doctors that wasn't practicing that type of stuff back then.
No, the reason she had me diagnosed was because she wanted to find out why I wouldn't do what she told me to do.
Hmm.
Well,
You was
And she took
so
me
you
to it.
was a
She took me to
hard
it.
headed. You was a
I was already a
hard
child.
headed
so you
I
went
was
child.
to the
already,
mailman center.
and I went, no, no, no.
You so
No,
stupid.
I just went to
You real
it was just a
stupid.
psychotherapist that I
You
went to
was
on
so
Tuesday,
stupid.
every Tuesday after school, and she would let me run around the office and color, and I would drink her
Ain't no,
Slim Fast because I was hungry,
ain't
and
nothing wrong with the mailman center.
I have no idea where that is.
No.
Sorry. But yeah, I mean, got the whole diagnosis and everything, and she did nothing with it. So, if she had made some kind of an attempt to learn about it, any kind of attempt to, find out if there's any way that it could help me or hinder me or whatever, then I probably would be further in my life than I am right now. Now,
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, she was a working parent.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the time, you're talking about the 80s now with
Yeah.
husband, two children. Well, actually, yeah, two children because my sister was in high school at the time.
You're rough.
You can only do what you can with the information you have. So yeah, I
Right.
blame her, but
You had to do a lot of research back
and that
then.
takes a lot of, and I've done it because fast forward to 2008,
Mm-hmm.
2009, when I
Mm-hmm.
went through a clinic. I actually went through a clinical study to
Okay.
get all of that done. So I actually have my
Okay.
little paper that says, "Yeah, it's official."
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to leave. I had a really bad memory, so I didn't want to leave my kids in the car and they die. That was actually
Okay.
my motivation. I know it's fun. I know it's like really morbid, but that was actually my
Yeah.
motivation to do it.
Oh,
And once
okay.
I found out, then I was like, okay, now I have this information. I might be able to move on with my life.
And let
And
me ask you a
so,
question. Did it start making sense to you?
oh my God. The interesting thing about it is that at the time I was going through the clinical study, they were trying to find out the adult starting doses for medications called Concerta.
Okay.
At the time, I thought
I was
medication
on the
was the end
important
all.
call.
Okay.
And about 2015 is when I learned that it wasn't. And I learned even more in 2020 when I got on TikTok, because there's a lot of content creators that are on TikTok that not only were they counselors, but there were some counselors that actually had ADHD. The people out there that was, letting us know, hey, this is a real thing and you're not by yourself. So
Okay.
as I got learned more about it, I learned how to treat it. I learned how to work around the shit that my brain does. And so fast forward, starting college last year, I finally got to a point where I said, okay, here, just take the statements. Because they wanted me to make a statement for every single semester that
Mhm.
I went to. And it was 2 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it's the same thing. And it was funny because I'm
Mhm.
going down to listen to the same reason everything down. And then they finally released my actually I wound up with the Pell Grant. So they finally released but if I had already known, like 30 years ago, even 25 years ago, before I married my ex-husband,
Mhm.
because like 2003, 2023 would have been 30 years. We'd have been married 30 years.
Okay.
Um,
Mm.
I would have
So
been in a
did you?
totally different area.
Let me ask you a question. Could you honestly say that what you were experiencing and did not know that you were experiencing could have been a possible cause for your separation or divorce to your husband?
Honestly, some of it could
Yeah.
be
Okay.
because there are some aspects of this disorder that a lot of people
Mhm.
don't realize that is prevalent. For example, emotional dysregulation. We're
Mm.
Mhm.
either dancing on the rings of Saturn or we're swimming at the core of the earth.
Mm.
Okay.
We really don't have it in between. We're either really, really happy, or if something pisses us off, we're really pissed off. We go like zero to
Mhm.
rage instantly.
Mm.
Now,
You making me
medication
think I
helps.
got H80. What it is?
Hey,
ADHD.
listen, I was just thinking the same thing.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting here. You
but
talking about
Well,
me?
now
hey,
here's
but
the other thing. You can
but
be
I
bipolar too, so there's
nah,
that.
You
Anyway,
talk
hey,
about?
nah, I
Hey,
know I
hold it.
don't
Whoa, you
have
talk
it,
about me?
but I know I'm okay because I don't have a medium, but it takes a lot to take me there. Like to
yeah,
go into rage, it really does
We're
take me a
not. We
absolutely,
lot
bro.
going to rage. I
to
going to
go to rage.
rage.
Yeah,
See, there are core symptoms,
Mm.
and what it is that
Yeah.
it's not the fact that
What?
there are people that go from zero to
Uh-huh.
rage in an instant.
right.
Mm.
It's the fact that some of the symptoms actually really disrupts your life. It makes your life
Yeah.
like 9,000% harder.
Does it make you
So
feel alone? Like
not
you ain't
anymore.
got nobody in your corner sometimes?
Not anymore. Not
No,
anymore.
I'm saying no, no.
Only
I'm saying
because,
like back then.
oh God, yes, I was grounded a lot.
Mm.
I was grounded
Wow.
because, like for example, and this is
Wow.
this is the this is actually the pattern that ADHD people do. Okay, especially
Mhm.
like I was not only an honor student, but I was also a gifted student. I
Mm.
still think that's a misnomer, but anyway.
Is you talking
So
about
what
me?
would happen is
Mhm.
beginning of the semester. I hate homework. I don't like school. I'm not doing my homework. I'm not doing my school.
Mm.
Progress report. Home to the parent. You're grounded till the end of the semester. Remember, it was 9 weeks long.
Oh
The
Lord.
progress report came out in 3 weeks. So I'm grounded for
Wow.
another 6 weeks. By the time the 6 weeks is over, guess what? Brought up the grades. I can come back out. Next semester, same pattern. I did that for
Wow.
junior, the rest of elementary school, because when I moved to Miami Gardens, I was 9. I was in the fourth grade. The rest of elementary school, all of junior high, and up to 10th grade. No, well,
Mm.
yeah, up to 10th
Mm.
grade. And then I
Wow.
realized, you know what? It might be just easier for me to just do the damn work and not go through all this shit. So, but yeah,
But
that is like,
your
but
testimony, I don't know what made me, well, the spirit, I always, you know, do, whatever the spirit leads me to ask, I ask that. And what you just said, I believe will help so many people,
oh,
you know,
absolutely.
just talking about it, because a lot of times your testimony is not just for you, but it's for the world.
Yeah.
And you sharing that story, my God, like my heart goes out to you,
Well,
because
appreciate it.
But sharing that story
definitely
made me want to go
being
get
someone,
checked.
you look, see, you already changing their mind
And it,
already.
well, and the thing is that again, I can blame my mother for
Yeah,
the issue
yeah,
initially.
yeah.
It's how they say it's not an excuse but an explanation.
Right, right,
Yeah, we have the explanation. We know why she had me
right,
diagnosed. She knew and she didn't do anything. Okay. But that is not for me to sit down and go, okay, she never did anything, so I can't do anything in
right,
my life. Can't do
right,
that because I have two
right.
other creatures to live for one thing. And for another thing, I like to eat.
Yeah. And you
So
know, if you
if
don't
I want to
work, you
eat,
can't eat.
don't work, can't eat.
So
You
Exactly.
don't work, can't
so
eat.
so
So
I think that people that got this like got ADH, they eat a lot of candy and they eat a lot of food.
we actually have voracious appetites, but it's only because we're almost going 90 miles an hour just sitting still.
Yeah, people that eat a lot of candy and eat a lot of food, they ADHD.
Well,
Hmm.
no, that's not
No.
100% true.
First of all, I have a sweet tooth. When I was growing up, and this is, I don't care what you say. When I was growing up, my grandmother, and when I go to grandma's house, every time you go after you have dinner, you had a treat, honey.
Oh,
So
yes.
exactly.
Love
So, and you could
grandmas.
take, exactly. So you could take your pick. You could either get a Danish, a cake, or candy. And guess what my choice was?
Candy.
Candy. You
I
better
want the
believe
candy.
it. You better
Yeah, and
believe it.
believe it or not, a
So,
lot of people believe that sugar actually makes hyper people even more hyper. But believe it or not, it actually has a calming effect. We can drink coffee and go to sleep
yes.
But
because
ain't nobody notice ain't nobody notice, not to cut you off, that this eclipse thing made women more crazy today.
well, yeah, because guess what? It affects the Earth's magnetic field.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like it looked like
Hey,
all the women were
Echo,
crazy. They were even
Echo,
talking about
quiet.
that on the news. Like a lot of women,
How,
people were getting
how,
crazy.
how you, child, shut up, please. Listen, look, I'm sorry, but the bullshit, you finna miss me with it right now. Miss me with the bullshit, baby. Let
I
me
think
tell
with
you
the
something.
bullshit.
Women got a whole lot of other shit to be crazy about, baby,
We
than to
kind
be
of do.
crazy because of a goddamn eclipse. Baby,
We really got
listen,
to.
my lady business on. Yeah, because the kids probably was going crazy that made the women crazy and the crazy ass men. But at the same time, just miss me with that, please. I don't want to hear that shit.
But
You know, I
hey,
don't even know you. I like
but
it.
listen, it really do move. Okay, like the astrology thing, right? That really do play a big part.
Okay,
You
okay.
may have a day, right? The woman may act nice today. Then a couple of more days, the motherfucker be the worst, act like a straight witch, a demon, whatever you want to call it.
A nigga
Do
like
you do
that
you
too,
know?
though.
Do you know
Then
there
after a
is
couple of days, she back
Cause
sweet
you know
again.
why?
because
It's something they done
there is
laid in the
actually a
bed and thought
scientific.
about some bad shit.
Thank you.
There's actually
Say it again, Cave. Say it again,
That's why, bro.
caveman.
Nigga done laid in the
there's
bed
actually
and
a
thought about
science
some bad shit and just want to start some shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
there's actually
Niggas
a
do that
science there's
shit too.
actually a scientific but you know what though there's actually a scientific explanation for that, believe it or not. Now, our brains, okay, is 99.9% water,
You right.
right? Okay, so what entity that rotates around this earth affects the tides of this earth?
The
It's the
sun,
moon, right?
the sun too.
Mm-hmm.
So, if the moon can affect tides by moving water higher or lower in different areas, what makes you think it would affect the water in our brains?
Yeah.
Shit, well, that shit affect a lot of women with them peanut brains. Boy, god damn.
You are so rude. You are so rude.
Shit, that made them have a simple mind for real.
No, no, it just goes shifts into a different section. That's all. The one that says that look, it's a nut brain.
Hmm.
Oh man, this
Oh,
about the best podcast ever.
you like us, and if I have to
Hmm.
keep reminding you, I will.
I,
I will say though, yes, there are some aspects of my life that I can actually directly say that my ADHD did affect. So for that part, I blame myself, not because I knew anything, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't learn about it until I was 30, and then I didn't start treating it until I was 39, and then I didn't even really do the whole spectrum of treating. The only thing I was thinking of was medication. I didn't know
Mhm.
that there was like a whole nother section that I needed to be focusing on,
Mhm.
Psychology.
ways to mitigate the symptoms.
Mhm.
So for
Mhm.
the most part, some of the arguments we had, just like I said, he was narcissistic, so part of it is
Mhm.
his fault because he would like needle me and needle me and needle me until I just blow the fuck up.
Yep.
So then of course it
That's
becomes
what
my
that's
fault.
what that's what narcissists do, and they don't ever see nothing wrong with what they're doing. They're always the victim.
Or they
And in
gaslight you. Oh, I
every,
don't remember
or they
that.
gaslight you in every situation. They never
Yep.
take accountability. They don't even take responsibility for that matters. And it's terrible that women have
I'm
to
I'm
endure men that
I
way.
think I got
I'm sorry. I'm
ADHD.
sorry you feel that way. Like, dude,
Hey,
you made me feel that way.
a lot of these women's got low vibration, man.
We ain't gonna
Well, I'm
just
gonna
say
say
women,
this,
human beings.
Low vibration.
right? Men
Well,
got
it all
low
depends on your
vibrations.
definition of vibrations.
Men got men got vibrations that's so low that it's lower than the women vibration. So
Yeah,
now
because you
what?
got a lot of niggas don't want to take care of these goddamn kids they out here fucking for.
Say it
So
again.
it's on both
Say it
ends.
Shit.
again.
But my
Say it
vibration high.
Say it
again.
louder for
When
the
a
people in
person,
the back.
hey,
My vibration high.
when a person got 21 kids,
Because you're sitting on the vibrator. Oh, you talking about Nick Cannon?
How many kids?
Nick
She
Cannon
said
got a
some of
lot
the
of
people got
kids.
21 kids. I said, like Nick Cannon?
Oh, well, the nigga that be walking around doing no videos, that nigga got about 50 kids.
Oh yeah, you
Nigga,
mean
Oh, I know the one you're
tongue
talking
thing.
about. He's got
what?
like 50 kids with like
Tongue thing.
15 baby mamas or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know him personally. He used to be in our project. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Come on,
What?
man.
he used
Hmm.
to call. I know him, but um, it's sad. I think that's a very sad attribute
And then
that
the
You're
way
we
he
not
walk
wrong.
have
around, you got grown
for
grandkids
men.
talk about what he eat, what he talk about, eating coochie and all that shit.
So
Hmm.
nasty. He just disgusting, and he even looked disgusting.
What?
He
See
looked
y'all,
disgusting.
see y'all are corrupting my innocent little ears here.
But you know what? But you know what?
Your
At
ears
the
ain't
end of the
innocent.
day, I think we can blame
I'm
their
from the
mama for
suburbs,
that.
girl. Dude.
I think we can
Um,
blame their mama for that because men who do that, they don't have a respect of a person. Oh, and a woman, they definitely don't have respect for.
Now when you
yeah,
got better some kids,
sometimes
you
it
ain't got
is.
no respect for nobody. You trying to fuck
But the
everything in
other thing
sight.
is though, but you know what though? The other thing is that you can do everything 100% right and your child will still go left.
Oh
So
yeah.
it
I said
it,
that last
it
night.
all depends.
I guess, but
Usually
I
it's
think
a
the
nature
mama.
versus nurture thing.
I
It's a nature versus
I
nurture thing.
hey, I hold the mama responsible. I don't care what you say, Ebony.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
telling you, it's the mama.
honestly, you are your
Because
child's first television.
at some point, first of all, as a mother, like my
You
mama
can,
told my brother them,
you
you
can lead
better
a horse
wrap
to water,
that
you can't
shit
make him
up.
drink it.
You
That's
better
what I'm
wrap
saying.
that shit up.
Right. You
There
can
you
lead
You
him to the
better
go.
water,
wrap
but you
that
can't
shit
make him
up
drink.
because it's other shit you can do other than just having babies. First of
Right.
all,
Like
and the
if you don't
Bible
have a
says,
kid, you can
but
get the diseases.
exactly, exactly, and people not take like they not looking at that. You go and you have unprotected sex with this woman, that woman, this woman, that woman, and then she having sex with this
But
person,
that's why
that person, this person. You better thank to heaven that if you do got a woman that go out there and mess around with a man, that she using protection.
that's why you had so many people dying of AIDS and they were talking about cancer back in the days. Them were AIDS.
Yeah,
There
Yeah.
wasn't no fucking cancer. That was AIDS killing these people.
Yeah. I had a
Because
friend of
AIDS
mine.
ain't nothing but a fast killing cancer. So
Well,
that's all
yeah,
that shit
it
was.
It's actually, believe it or not, it's more than that. And as a
Yeah.
farmer, and you just reminded me because that is actually my project for my anatomy and physiology class. I got to get started on that. Um,
E- Ebony,
AIDS
you
is
going to be a
actually,
doctor?
I'm going to be a diagnostic medical sonography specialist.
The
That's
hell
more
that
like a
is.
mortician, ain't it?
No, sonograms,
Oh,
like, putting a little machine on and seeing the baby, all that stuff. I'm not doing OBGYN though. I'm doing cardiology.
Okay.
oh.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
the thing is though,
For the
like,
heart. Yep.
yeah, yeah, because
Okay.
they do
All right.
sonograms to check
That's
blockages in
deep.
your heart and stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's deep.
A- AIDS virus, and if you had to be a fan of a virus, you have to be a fan of the AIDS virus because the HIV virus, what it does, it's a Trojan horse. It is literally a Trojan horse, but it's a Trojan horse that turns the body against itself. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, it invades our immune system. We have these things called T cells that
Mm-hmm.
are primarily responsible for killing, cold viruses and flu viruses and any bacteria that comes in our bodies. So they go and they invade the T cell, and they hang out there for about 5, 10, for some people even 15 years, and then they go, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We are going to change your DNA, and we're going to make more of me. And that's what it does. It literally acts like, and I can go into a whole dissertation about mitosis, but I'm not.
Girl,
It
please don't.
basically uses our own cells to create more of them.
Mm-hmm. Because it's
And
not
the
watching the
only way,
bacteria.
well, it's not a bacteria, it's a virus. But see, here's the thing though. The only way that it is treatable is to suppress the entire immune system. And that's what
Mm,
those antiviral drugs do. They suppress your
mm.
entire immune system. So you could actually die just from catching a cold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what those antivirus, that's why Magic Johnson has lived for as long as he has, because he takes his medicine every day. They literally have to take it every day for the rest of their lives. Um, but what it does is that it suppresses that part of our immune system, which unfortunately makes them a lot more susceptible, open to all other crap that could kill you. So they have to be really, really, really careful. Like wash their hands all the time, wear masks.
Pneumonia is the number one killer for that.
Pneumonia, yeah, pneumonia is one of them. And oh god, what's the other one? Chickenpox? No, strep. I think strep was the other one.
Mm-hmm.
What,
Uh,
strep throat?
yeah, strep. Well, it's not necessarily strep throat. Strep is actually a strep infection, so
Your
it
whole
can be
body.
anywhere. A lot of people get it in throat because
Oh, okay.
that's typically where it is, but you can get a strep. My ex-husband got a strep infection in a brand new hip he got in 2021.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yes, when he had his hip replaced
Who went
in
out?
2020, and he had a lot of problems with it in January, February, March of
Oh,
21. Come to find out, he had a literal strep infection in the actual joint. So it can be anywhere. But yeah, that is
Man, this
oh wow.
11
it's a
o'clock at night.
AIDS
This
virus
nigga combing their
express.
beard.
Yeah, he
Combing
just
it
needs.
out, boy.
Mm, mm, mm,
Just
mm,
combing it out.
mm, I
So,
he just needs some beard cream. Why is this okay? Just want to make sure I didn't go off. Um, so yeah, there are a lot of things that I could say that my own behavior was kind of catalyst, but
mhm.
at the same time, if you see that you're irritating me, you just don't keep doing it. Just entertain yourself, because that's
Mhm.
what he did a lot. Um, and so, and even
Can I
so, it's
tell
one.
you something?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Don't you know it speaks of that in the Bible about taunting people?
Oh yeah. Oh
said
yeah.
for you not to do that. You should not taunt people.
And you know what's so interesting is that, in 2015 when I learned that there was more to my disorder than just taking meds, that's how I also figured out that he was a narcissist, because I actually came across an article about it. Um so now that I'm gonna have to navigate something, more that I just learned about, and then I gotta navigate dealing with you too. Yeah, it's a matter of shit. No wonder I was losing my mind.
Oh
Yeah.
But
wow.
yeah, it was like,
Well, I'm glad. I'm very happy that you got the assistance. I'm not gonna call it help, but the assistance that
it
you needed.
accommodations. Yes, it's
Yeah.
accommodations. I got.
Because you will be able to see more clearly, and you will be able to see a lot of things before it trigger you,
Yes, yes,
or you know what I mean. So
yeah,
even
and
going into a new relationship, because I heard that that you're single, but even going into a new relationship.
there are a lot of there's a lot of conditioned responses, conditioned things that I do,
Mhm,
literally because I live with a narcissist. That
mhm,
I'm trying to get out of, like over
mhm,
explaining stuff. Because when you're talking to a narcissist and you want to tell them something, I
mhm.
had gotten to a point, and it actually helped me with my son because he has
Okay,
autism. I actually got it
okay,
to a point where I would say things in my brain like, okay, I want to tell him this. Let's see, should I say it this way? Should I say it this way? Okay, maybe I should say it this way. And I can say it like in 5 different ways and go,
mhm.
okay, I'll pick this way, and then approach it, and he'll still get upset. I'll say
You
something,
know, can I
and he'll
tell
still
you
get
something? You
upset.
you know, can I tell you something with a person like that?
Mhm.
Just have to be straight with them. It don't matter because they gonna look at things different no matter how you put it. So you might as well just say, man, fuck that. You excuse my French, but man, fuck that shit. What?
I don't know. That's French. That's plain
Whatever.
old English to
I
me.
man, my whole thing is, and I'm gonna tell you, I listen. I wasn't like this before I met a narcissist. Now I'm like this because you have to find a way to get them off of your back.
And
This
I
is
did by
what you
divorcing him.
understand, then this is what I'm going to say. And this is the only thing I can do or say, or how I can say it to actually get that person off of, period. Like,
So is you gonna
okay,
start
you
back
don't
dating to find your
understand me.
husband?
Oh,
Sorry, what?
who,
Is you gonna
Ebony or
start
me?
back dating to find you a companion?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
hear her
looking
say
right
she got a
now.
lot of
I
stuff to
gotta finish
work
school.
out.
I gotta finish school
She
first.
said,
Time
I
time
got I
ticking.
got 3 years. I got 3 years. I got
let me
three
ask you
years.
a question, caveman. Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have somebody?
Huh?
Do you have somebody that you want to introduce her to?
No, I won't recommend. I don't like doing that because I
Oh,
don't.
okay. You
No,
don't
I
want
don't.
nobody to come back and say you don't fucked my world
Right.
up.
Look, wait a minute. You introduced me this way. Are you
Mhm.
kidding?
Right. Nah, I don't want to do that.
I'm
That's just
not.
like bringing. That
I'm
is that's just like bringing somebody on a job who don't want to work. Oh hell nah. Nah, I don't do that type of shit.
no. I am not. I am
So
not. Actually, I am still going to school, so I want to focus and concentrate on that.
You on the
And
clock now.
what?
You on the clock. Time ain't wait on nobody. You
right.
you
Hey,
better enjoy
let's put
life.
it this way. Okay, no. Here's the thing. I used to drive a truck.
Mm,
So before I had kids, I had all of the toys.
right.
Okay. We had the truck, we had the hot rod car, we had the motorcycles, we had the house, the garage, the whole nine. So after the kids came and I'm dealing with them, I really didn't miss any, I was not an empty. We were empty nesters before we had kids.
Right. Right.
Because I didn't have my first child until I was 36.
Well,
Technically.
Guess
And
what?
technically, I'm an empty nester now because he has the children up in Michigan right now, so I have that free time and extra time, I should say, to further my education, so I can make more money, so I can do things like go on vacations.
That's what my wife,
I
my
want to
Right.
wife
go
first,
as the
my
United
first
States.
time was, I was what, 34, 36, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I've already been to all the states, so I want to like visit more countries now.
Right.
Right.
Nice.
Mhm.
So
Same
yeah,
here.
that's kind of a
Same,
goal.
same here.
Yeah,
So
and
um,
So maybe Hook and Ebony can go together.
I believe that's what they trying to do.
man, y'all trip, man.
Now I'm
Stop
just
it.
messing with
Stop
y'all.
it.
I'm just
Yeah.
messing with y'all. Look how she
you know,
stopped
that's
and
She just my
paused.
co-host. She just my
that's
co-host.
that emoji with the two dots in the line.
Just my co-host.
She
Yeah.
stopped and paused.
Or the one I usually do is
Right. But you ain't do that. You just stopped and paused like, hold up, it might
no,
work.
no, no, no. I don't shit where I eat. Sorry.
Okay. That's
You,
what's up.
hey, you better not.
Even though he's not paying me,
You
still.
better not. You better not,
No,
honey.
no, we can't do that.
But nah, a
But
lot of people hard to believe, and you can also have a relationship with a woman without having any sex, anything with them. You, if
true.
that,
Yeah.
if y'all cool, y'all cool.
Right.
You
Yeah, I mean,
ain't,
I have a
Listen,
friend
But
that-
a
I
lot of women don't understand that though. They don't
listen and
understand that. They
listen.
don't understand that.
But if a person always presents every woman as a homegirl, then the question mark should go up. I don't care what
oh
nobody says.
yeah,
If
oh
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you talking
if
about? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody is a homegirl, question mark,
That's a bae friend.
baby, it better hello. And
That's a bae friend.
and not only that, if you as the girlfriend or supposedly girlfriend has never been to that man's house, question mark should go up. Like I don't get where people feel like, oh,
As long as he doesn't live with his
as
mom.
long as it
If he lives
what
with his mom,
it,
hey,
it,
there are
hey
guys out
if a
there. There are
hey
guys out there now that have to take care of their mothers because they're up in age.
man,
So you can't really
guess
say
what?
anything bad about that.
Even first of all, even they will invite you over, boo boo.
It depends on the
They will
mom.
invite you over.
Mom got to
Like
live
one
with
of
what
my
I got.
closest
Hey,
friends. Like one of my closest friends, I do know his mom, and I've met his mom. However, he's married, and his mom is like one of those really, really strict, go to church and I, hold the Bible like in front of me to protect me kind of
She's
person.
married.
So, well, yeah, that's what I'm
What?
saying. But we're really close
Yeah.
friends. But she wouldn't
Girl, bye.
understand. She would not understand our 30-year relationship. Like I've known this guy since I was 16.
If
cause
Okay,
she
he,
know you,
cause he
so
figured
wait, but
somewhere y'all
no.
had entanglement.
See,
no,
no,
we don't have a
because my thing is, no, listen, first of all, let me just say this, and this is just me talking to you, Miss Ebony, on a
ma'am.
for real,
Yes,
on a
ma'am.
real for real,
Hey, that's what the
okay?
podcast calls. Be for real.
Listen,
Be yourself. Keep it real.
first of all, if a man is a married man, not with his wife, or is he with his wife? See, that's what I'm
He's
saying
actually
right there.
separated. He's actually separated from her because he has to stay with his
So,
mom.
so mom is honestly only protecting you right now. You understand? Because at the end of the day, no, honestly, because let me tell you something about a woman, and even if, because I almost stabbed my ex-husband in the neck with an ice pick because of the same shit. We were separated, but bitch, you can't tell me you homegirl. Okay, see, this the shit I'm talking about right here. So
I get you. I
Miss
get you.
Ebony, I'm telling you, like this is so. Honestly,
You had a
mom
husband?
protecting you. What?
I'm messing
Did
with you.
I? Shit. What?
I'll be scared to
Did
marry
I?
your ass.
I don't know. I kind of like
Listen.
that ice pick thing though.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something, Miss Ebony. That nigga eyes got so big. Okay, cause he never seen me. He know I'll slap a bitch quick. I'll slap somebody real quick.
That's burning bed
Man, man,
qualifications
woman,
there
it don't
for.
matter. I'll slap you real quick. But
Somebody gonna beat your ass. You slap them people down and try to
never,
slap somebody.
but
Look,
I
uh, no,
never
somebody
took
go low, she's gonna go lower.
what you say.
Boy, look at
I
here.
will choke. Listen, I will choke a bitch out. But
Mm.
this is the thing. This is the thing. When people say homeboy, homegirl, I take it as an insult. You
Mm,
understand what I'm saying? Because
I'm trying to
first
throw
of
circles
all,
around my head.
you understand what I'm saying? And you don't want me to find you out. So that's why you're gonna keep it as homegirl, homegirl. Because you want to keep a distance between me and them. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
But if we dating and you saying you keeping it 1,000, then it ain't not a homegirl that shouldn't know I'm your girl.
That's right.
Right,
Real.
right,
That's
exactly.
real being real.
Yep, yep.
You got
You
some
a
homegirls just don't
homegirl,
care though. They still gonna rock.
do it don't matter though. Because
I
at the end of
understand
the
what you're
day,
saying. I understand what you're saying.
exactly. Because
When
at
you
the end of the
saying
day, if I ever find out you doing anything other than, it's gonna be bitch, we gonna be knucking and bucking hoe because you lied. You understand what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
And
that's
that's just
right.
Exactly.
being real. And that's just being
That's
Yep.
right.
real. I'm gonna tell you something. Women don't know their place no more.
Some of them
That
don't. You're absolutely
They
right.
don't know their place. They okay with being side hoes and side this and side that and
I can never
homegirl this
understand
and
that.
homegirl that. I'm
I can
paying a
never, and
nigga
I can
for
never understand that. It's like, go get your
and they
own.
don't mind and they don't mind paying a nigga a little something something to get a piece of something
well,
something. No matter if the
that's what
shit
we call
Those
this
little
word
niggas,
low self-esteem. That when that word kick in
a
at.
lot of them.
whatever you want,
They
but
this thing.
I kick me a bitch in the back. I'm telling you straight up. And I don't play about no. I don't play. I'm messing with a dude. I don't play about my dude. And that's
That's
just
right.
how it is.
Gotta be
If he
territorial. That's
gave
not
me
jealousy.
any
That's
reason,
territorial.
exactly. And if he gave me any reason to think other than, then that's what the fuck it's gonna be. So if you let me think that now we ain't nothing, then guess what? We ain't nothing. Ain't that
Bye.
shit. Ain't
Damn,
that shit.
damn.
That's
Ain't
it.
that shit.
I feel if a
That's
woman
what's
let
gonna be.
another man, no matter the circumstances or the situations, allow them to be a side piece, they got low self-esteem. Because
Hmm.
you allowing this person to hang out with you for a certain amount of hours, then go home and lay up with his wife.
And will not get
Right.
divorced for it at
And be
all.
and
You
be
got low
and be okay
self-esteem.
with it. And
And
be
it'd be
But
okay
totally
with
okay
it.
with
but
like
hey, Kay, see like what you just said. A lot of them like that. They'll lay
Yeah,
up with a nigga, know
yeah.
a nigga got a woman at home,
Because they got
and
low
know and
self-esteem.
know they and know they got a nigga too, right? It
that's
be
what
the
I'm
it going the same way. That shit
Wait,
go.
wait,
See what
wait.
I'm saying? That's low self esteem,
Hey,
like you just said.
hey, let me tell you
Yeah,
something. First of all, and I'm a realist. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. I'm a motherfucking realist. And let me
there you
tell
go.
you something. When I did mess around on a nigga, told that nigga when I found out he cheated on me and was with whoever he was with, right? I went to
right.
him and I say, listen, let's be poly. Understand what I'm saying? You want pussy and I want dick. Ain't no shame. We all grown around here.
There you
Right.
You know what
go.
I'm talking about?
Right.
Okay. But you saying and acting like, no, 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 but you still fucking around and you still getting caught. And you still fucking around and you still getting caught.
Cause you know
Taking
this,
you back,
a motherfucker gonna
taking you
do to
back
you
on
what you
account.
allow them to do. If you
Hey,
don't,
that's
That's
my
the
line.
thing.
you feel me? They gonna allow them to do.
That's
Hey,
that's
If you don't
my
allow
that's
them to
my
do that
line.
shit, you ain't got to worry about their ass. Trust me.
that's the thing. When you tell a man you don't want to be with them, and I say this all the time, and I don't care how nobody feel about it, and I'm being real. When I tell somebody I don't want to be with them, I ain't never been with a man who I told I didn't want to be with them under whatever circumstances yeah, they fight you a little bit, like, nah, we gonna be together, we gonna be, but then at some point they be like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna go on about my
It's too
business.
much work.
But when you got a nigga that's trying to force you after you tell them, hey, I don't want no more parts of this, and then you tell them, hey, listen, I'm gonna be out here. I'm doing my thing. It is what it is. But then they want to come to you and say, oh, we ain't never break up. What kind of shit that is?
What?
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
no,
What
can't do
kind
it.
of shit is that? So
Hey, you
now, when you
show
go
'em
out
better than
there
you
and
can
you
tell
do
them.
your thing, listen, listen. If you fucking, I'm fucking.
You got to
Fucking,
show
I'm
them better than you tell
fucking.
them.
That's how you
Well,
feel because you don't care about my feelings.
Yeah.
Some
awesome.
real shit. If you want to
Oh,
stay, then you got to deal with whatever is presented.
But you
it's
got
For
true.
just
me to
some people
stay,
just can't be
for me to
faithful to
stay.
one person. That's the whole thing about it. Like men or women,
But
you got a
hey,
woman that he just can't be faithful to this one person. You
this
got
is
a
my whole
man, he
thing.
can't do the same. So
Well, and
This is
the
my
thing is,
thing.
it's really having you know,
Tell you have to
you
be
gotta
a
know.
adult.
Yeah, you got
yeah,
to be grown.
Adult.
You got to be mature
You gotta
adult
be
to
an
actually
adult.
say,
You
"Hey,
gotta,
look,
you gotta tell that woman, or tell that woman, or tell that man, hey, this is what I want.
this is
Can't give me
all it's
that I
going
don't
to
want
be."
nothing. I don't want nothing.
yeah,
Yep.
Out here, and there's men out here that want exactly what you want. You may have to go through 3, 4, 5 of them to get it. But that, like, I listened to Hook one day and he was talking about molding. What the fuck you trying to mold somebody for when all you got to do is go out there and get the bitch you want?
Man, you ain't gonna never find
Yeah, and
nobody to
that's
be exactly
exactly
as you
what
want. That's a
You
that's
can
goddamn
go
lie.
exactly
out
what I was
there
trying
and
to
get
That's
the
a
tell
lie.
him.
bitch you want.
That's a lie. That's a
that's
lie
hard to
there.
do.
Hey,
You ain't gonna find
but you know
nobody to
what?
who you want. You gotta mold that
Yes,
You
motherfucker
want
to
to
what you
know?
wanted to be.
how? If you want to
You
be
have
out
to
here and
mold
be,
somebody.
if
You ain't gonna
you
never find no.
listen,
He
if
ain't gonna go
you
out there and
listen,
find the
if
right
you
person. He
want
just
a
gonna hold the one
woman,
he got.
if
Ask the
you
motherfuckers
wanna
who
if
keep
you
going to
wanna
church
go
every
out
Sunday,
there,
talk God bringing them a man.
go
Man,
out
God
there.
gonna
no
bring them a
I
matter.
don't know
man
that
and
for
all that
Listen,
myself.
there.
Wait,
no
wait
matter
a minute.
how many
I'm
people
Yes,
we
believing,
date in this world,
I'm believing God gonna bring me my
nobody
husband.
never gonna be what we
I'm believing
expect them to
that.
be.
yeah,
Right
I
or
believe
wrong?
that.
You already know my argument on that
So
one.
now
So
listen now, because now when you if you get somebody that's perfect just how you want them to
Bullshit.
be, that shit ain't gonna last long because
Big on
it's too
bullshit.
perfect for you. But now if you get
no,
somebody you got to if
how
you get
perfect is
somebody
perfect?
Words,
right, you
words
like the
have
person, you
power.
like things
Words
about
have
people, right?
power.
How is something
You gonna
imperfect?
sit down and say, listen here, baby, this is what
Not
I don't
perfect,
like this, I
Ebony.
don't like that. Y'all gonna try to mold that person a little bit to your liking.
This
Ain't nothing
motherfucker
wrong with
ain't
that.
perfect.
it
Ain't
ain't
nothing wrong
about
with
you. It's
that.
Hook,
about we. It's not
But
about you. It's
it
about
ain't.
hook
we.
That's
ain't
what I'm saying.
hook
If
ain't perfect.
listen. I know I ain't perfect, right? But listen,
Yeah, please.
if you okay now, if you get with somebody, right, and you trying to mold them, cause man, y'all keep making me motherfucking mad.
They got you on
I
that one.
can't. I
They
can't
got you.
hold that in, bro.
But listen,
Bro,
hold
I
on,
can't
man.
hold
Listen,
that in, bro.
y'all fucking me up for saying what I gotta say. But listen though,
Go
right?
ahead.
You find somebody, right? You
You
Mm-hmm.
may like her, right? Now you like her, right?
Mm-hmm.
at that
Listen, you may
time.
like
Mm-hmm.
her. You gonna like her, right? Boom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get in the bed, right? The sex is good, but she not doing it to your expectation,
Oh.
how you want it, right?
Mm.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen now, hold on now. And you might say, damn, baby. You may say, damn, baby, you just might have to suck it a little slow. You may have to rub on some, you know what I
But
mean?
to me, as a
And
man, what would you want a
hold on
woman
now.
to do
Listen
having
what I'm
sex? Like,
saying,
cause
man.
you
Listen
supposed to
what
be
I'm
Okay.
doing all the
saying.
Hey,
acting.
Listen what I'm
Hook.
saying. Listen what I'm
Hook.
saying. Listen what I'm
Hook.
saying, right?
I'm
Listen what
just
I'm
gonna
saying.
say
Hold on,
this.
hold on, hold
We
on, hold
gonna
on, hold on,
listen
hold
to
on,
what
hold
you're
on.
saying, but
Hold on,
some of that
hold
shit
on,
sound
hold
like
on.
bullshit to me.
Man, see, y'all ain't listening to what I'm saying, right?
Go ahead, Kay.
She
Let him
may,
talk.
she may suck on your dick, and her teeth may be scraping on your dick. You be like, damn, baby, you gotta like, take it a little easy or whatever. You molding her. You try to show her to do it to your liking. That's still molding.
Yeah,
That's still molding.
you molding her for that job.
But it could be
That's
anything.
absolutely.
You might get in the bed and say, put in the buck, and every time you try to go up and she running away. You be like, come on, baby, you gotta come back down. You gotta mold her to where how you want it to
See,
be.
You know what I
but
was
that's
taught.
just the sexual
And
aspect
you
of
know what I
it.
was
What
taught by
they're
the
talking
men.
It
about.
ain't gotta be that easy.
Listen,
But you
She
always
may
listen.
bring it up.
You know what I was taught as a man to get a woman. If you get in a woman mind before you get in her drawers, you got a world from that woman.
You gotta be intellectually inclined for that. Trust me. You
I mean,
can't
I was
just
taught
get
that
in a
from my
woman
old
mind.
niggas. Told me, say, man,
Yeah, but you have to. But let me tell you something about that. That comes with with a special type of person. You hear me?
Yeah,
That a man getting in a woman mind, that come from a special kind of
yeah,
guy.
because
And
you know how you get in
Hook ain't
it
that
Oh, the
person.
devil dick.
Trust
no,
me. Hook,
How you know?
because
How you know?
Hook,
How you
it's
know?
ways.
Hook wanna
How
Listen,
do
do
I
it's
know?
ways to get in a
I'm saying
woman mind.
how she know?
Let me tell you
How do
this.
I
Let me
know?
tell
bam,
you
bam,
this. No,
bam.
whoa, y'all, let me talk.
He
It's
does.
it's a couple of
I
ways
said
to
it.
get in a woman mind. You can lay up with them or not. I'm talking y'all first date. Y'all, all right, you go your way, you go your way. You don't even say nothing about no sex. And then the second date, y'all might do go get a room. And you might don't even touch this woman. So you got us speculating like, what the fuck type of nigga is this? And when you do touch her, she gonna see it. And she gonna be trying to feel you out and see what type of nigga you is and watch you. So she was like, oh, okay. He ain't here for this. Cause every nigga in there for some pussy at first.
You
You just
got
don't
women.
fall.
You got women
You
who
feel
just
me?
want
But
dick
once you
too.
get in that mind, before you get in them draws, well, you got the world from that woman. That's the same place like a man. That's why some women have men chasing them for the cooter. I got to get in this nigga brain before I just give him my body. So once I give him my body, I should be in his brain already.
You get that
So
body, that
Let
pussy
me,
ain't about
but
nothing.
let me tell you,
The pussy ain't about nothing. You
something.
be mad at the motherfucker then.
Let me tell you
my
something,
baby,
caveman. Let me tell you something, caveman, and your wife who listening. Let me tell you
she
something.
sleep.
I done been, I
I
done
was gonna
been,
say, what you think?
I was with a dude previous, right?
Mm,
You know, we dated, we were dating or whatever, and we didn't have sex right away or whatever. So when I had sex, the first time I had sex with the dude, I promised to God it ain't work. Like that shit was whack as fuck. And my homegirl said, give him another chance, right? So I was like, okay. So maybe a week later, I finally get a dude another chance. And when I gave the dude another chance, now that day he performed. But then later I found out that the reason he couldn't perform that day, it was unexpected. So he
yeah,
wasn't able to prepare, not fucking his other hoes before he came to be with me. So the dick ain't
no,
work.
that ain't right.
Listen,
You know,
man,
a
listen. Let me
nigga be
tell you
so
something,
excited.
bro. Let me tell you. I done had men. Let me tell you something. I done had men excited about fucking me. Rock hard. You hear me?
Get
Till
up in
they
that bitch
see
and don't last 2 minutes.
murder,
Shoot
murder,
everywhere.
kill, kill. What? Listen. So, uh, so, but
but
this
she
is
does
my
have a
thing.
point.
I have never seen, and I'm being honest with you. I've never seen a man that was around me that penis didn't get it
But
just
see,
didn't get hard.
right. But you know what though? And there was actually a conversation in a different chat group that I'm in, is that a lot of people don't realize that there are certain medications that actually cause that. So was he
This
probably
person ain't no medication. This person don't take no medication.
He
okay?
probably was
Then
on
He
that.
never take no
his
He might was
medication.
on. He might been on the street though.
his recovery period sucks.
He might have been on that white
Absolutely.
girl.
He just that's
Hey,
all it was.
he
Then
must.
he needed to work
Hey,
on
he
his
had.
recovery.
Hey, no, what he need to do is lay. If you gonna go in and you around here, you want to play, then you need to play right because at the end of the day, ain't no woman. Listen, I'm being
But
real with you.
as a
It was
man,
just
let
a
me say
shot.
this. As
It
a
was
as
just
a
a shot
man,
for
can
me
I
to
say
give him a
this?
second chance. Because let me tell you something. Just like a nigga, a female, if a nigga ain't good, she ain't fucking with him no more. Just
Yeah,
like a
but
nigga
as a
say,
man,
oh,
if you
a woman pussy
listen, what
garbage. You got men with garbage
Okay.
shit too.
I'm gonna go back to Booby
Ain't
prepping.
good.
I'm gonna go back to Booby saying what you said, Booby. You do
You got a
what,
molar. You
coaching?
got a
You
molar.
got the
Molar.
molar. All right. I'm
Cause
gonna
you
say,
may get
Well, I'm
But
I'm a
you
you
also
know,
listen.
well
have to
I'm a
goddamn,
remember
when
that
you
I
go in
done
I'm
that
been
a
with a
room,
woman, right? I had to be with a
well
woman, right?
I'm a molar nigga too then. Fuck
Listen,
that.
there you
Damn.
go.
you could be with a woman, right? And that because you made your thing may not get hard for that woman. You know why? Because y'all probably going through a lot of argument, a lot of shit going on. They
Nah.
say kind of shit
Mm-mm.
like that to people. That
That's
plays a lot.
bullshit.
Stress play a lot to do
That's
with when you have a sex with somebody, right?
bullshit.
no, she
But
said that was
listen.
her first
Bullshit.
time. Dude
Hey,
ain't
Oh,
go.
well, like I'm saying, but
That
if
was
listen,
the
you
first time
bring
with
it,
the dude.
listen. right?
That was the first
I
time
done
when
been
I
with a
was.
woman, right? I done been with a
That was
woman,
the
right?
first time with
Okay,
the dude.
we had sex. Her
He
coochie
wasn't
probably
trying
was
to
dry.
lock you in.
Her coochie was dry,
Woo!
right? Okay, but that don't mean that's not something wrong with it. But sometimes that just
Hold on, her
Ain't
coochie
turn
was
her
dry.
appear.
on.
Sometimes the coochie like
Turn her
probably
on.
be dry, but that's like
Turn
then
on.
later on y'all get that situation resolved, and then they
You
see
don't
no the
turn
coochie
on.
right, the coochie
You don't
right.
turn her on because she gotta mentally.
But you
She
doing
gotta
her, you
prepare
doing
Boy, y'all
herself
got
everything
a
with
hell of a
no.
conversation going
It
on.
ain't only about that. It ain't only about that.
mentally.
It ain't only about
Mentally,
that.
she gotta be. Mentally, she gotta be prepared. Mentally,
It ain't
she
only
Let
gotta
about
me
that.
prepare
let
It ain't
me
herself.
only
let
about that.
me let me let me drop a little knowledge in that respect.
Mentally,
I,
she gotta
For
be prepared.
sex
been,
for a
oh,
man starts with his eyes. Sex for a woman starts with her
Starts in the
mind.
mind,
yes.
baby. And I know that shit because I
That
took
is
sex
it.
education since I was
Yeah,
a
so did I.
teenager.
That's why. That's why I know that.
That's
I
why
took
more
that.
men
That
get
was one of
caught
the
cheating
college.
than women.
That was actually one of the college courses I passed 30 years ago.
Only,
Girl, you did an excellent job.
only hot dick niggas look at a woman for sex like that. You get what I'm
And
saying? They
got
look at it like,
multiple
damn,
kids. And niggas who
man,
got
listen.
21 kids.
If I got an eye for a woman, right? If I got an eye for a woman, I ain't finna be thinking like, damn, what I'm. My eye gonna be when she put the dick in her mouth. That's what I'm gonna know. Like, okay,
Yeah.
damn, that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? I ain't finna be worrying
Yeah.
about no eye for
Here
no
go the
woman and all that
bullshit.
shit. I'm gonna put
And
this
with
motherfucker
that,
in her
we
mouth. That's
wrap
what I'm
up
gonna do.
this
So
tonight's
Shit.
so let me ask you a
podcast.
question. Wait.
Put that shit in
So
her motherfucking
wait.
mouth. Shit.
So let me ask
And
you the
then when it get in
question.
her mouth, right, and then she's sucking it like I like it, I'm like, okay, that's a keeper then. Now the
Okay.
motherfucker ain't no
And
sucking like I
Okay.
want it, she ain't no keeper.
So
You
Hey,
get
if
what
with
I'm
her
that, we
saying?
brain
wrap
ain't
up
right,
tonight's
okay.
I don't give a
podcast.
fuck if she can suck a
Wait.
million dicks at one time. If her brain ain't right, I don't want her.
That's the
Shit.
difference between a man and a boy in a man's body.
And with that,
Shit.
we're gonna wrap up tonight's podcast.
Yes. Thank you. I was ready to get off. Thank you.
Man, listen, I
Thank y'all.
appreciate
Thank
everybody
y'all for
who
coming.
came on this
Oh,
podcast tonight, show some love
thank
and
you.
everything. You know what I
Mr.
mean? So,
Ken, Miss Lynn, you gotta say
K,
it.
Toe,
You gotta keep joining
B
us.
Mac, all
Oh
of them
yeah,
that
B
came on,
Mac,
show
all
some
y'all that was
love. You know
here.
what I mean?
Thank you for
So we're running
coming.
out of time. Thank you for coming on here and
Thank you
showing
for
some
having this
love.
And
very,
no
very
coochie and
intimate and
dingling
interesting
tomorrow.
conversation.
No more coochie and dingling
Hey,
conversation.
that go to
Hey,
blame.
tomorrow's Taco
Hey,
Tuesday. You kidding
hey,
me?
but that's the blame game, baby.
Blame game. That's it. It's all her
One
fault.
love, everybody. One love.
All right,
All
one.
right, don't
I'm out,
forget, you
man.
gotta be yourself and keep it real.
Yep.